welcome back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans, right here on the YouTube and the Twitch, and wherever you get your podcast audio worldwide, baby. To my left, you're right, we got Mr. Front Row Bill in the house. How you doing, Bill?
Doing good, J-Bone. It's a Thursday. It's always a great day when TNA is on, a little Impact Wrestling. But it's been a big week. I know a lot of people are used to us these past couple weeks with multiple shows. So we've been cutting them a little short this week, J-Bone, because this is going to be a packed edition because we're going to be talking about this Impact episode from the night, but we'll also be talking about a lot of TNA action that went down this past Tuesday on NXT as we head into Don't Call It Invasion, the Showdown.
Don't call it a comeback. Yeah, so there was some trouble with the invasion word. I was talking to some people.
Tino explained it all. He renamed it for all of us on Tuesday.
It's not so much an invasion. It's more of a showdown. Oh, okay.
It's a showcase showdown. Get to Bob Barker.
Yes, there you go. So, but before we dive into anything newsworthy tonight, we dive into the chat, and we thank you all for being here tonight. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notification. The early bird gets the worm here. In that case, the early bird gets the super chat. We get the freaking punk here. Just wanted to say, hey, NXT. You're not the only one. There are some other NXT fans in the chat. Yeah, shocking, but hey, it's free world. It's you root for whoever you want. Let's talk about it. We also got Dr. Gerbs in the house here. Thank you so much. Madvocat, you already know, grab yourself a trick or treat package that will have some cool random stuff like stickers, keychains, and other goodies. And yes, actual Mad Cat beard care products in it too. That sounds like pretty good. That sounds like a pretty good deal. So thank you, Dr. Gerbs, for the Halloween-ish update on that. That sounds pretty good.
Spooky.
Gonna have to update my beard on that one. Bill, we're closing in on what is that? Oh, that's November where you're supposed to no shave November or whatever.
Oh, Movember.
Yeah, you're going to have to grow something, and then we're going to have to test out some of this
stuff.
Bring
it back.
There you go.
That's my, when I was just a TNI rookie, I was wearing the beard during the
There
COVID
you go.
era.
That's right.
Bearding it up.
You know what's sad is I don't even remember that. I don't know why. I just don't, but that's my brain. Yeah,
now.
Yeah, he's clean shaven. Should we talk about this, Bill? I know we're wrestling, but should we talk about this? Mares brings up J-Bone is Team Brewers and Bill is Team Phillies. Oh boy,
you know it. I'll be there Monday. I'll be there Saturday.
It's getting hot and heavy in the MLB. All sorts of stuff happening.
Phillies take down Ohtani and the Dodgers.
Ooh.
See you, Dodgers.
So now the Phillies got a bye week just like the Brewers did, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. And they start Saturday.
Have the 2 buys, the 2 best records in the league.
Okay.
And honestly, the 2 best records in baseball. So
that's right. It is the Brewers and the Phillies. Wow.
So if they both win their series, then they will meet in the NLCS.
Oh boy.
So it could get wild.
It's just like that infamous picture. Where is it? It's up just out of camera range. It's where we were fighting over the title in Chicago.
Oh, yes.
And the old Daniel Spencer was separating us.
Daniel Spencer.
We're gonna need Daniel Spencer in the chat to calm things down again.
We say goodbye to the teams we've lost along the way. Goodbye, San Diego Padres. Goodbye, Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah, what's interesting is I saw the
Bell's boy. I know Bell's boy's a Dodgers guy. He thinks the Dodgers will beat the Phillies in 5. We'll see.
Ooh,
I don't know. I think a lot depends on game 1, honestly. We'll see what winds up happening. Because if the Phillies beat Ohtani, I think they could easily go up 2-0. And then you just got it's a 5-game series this round. So you just got to win 1 in LA. So if it translates from the regular season, then it should be good to go.
And we got Milwaukee versus Chicago, one of the biggest rivalries of the.
Yeah.
Oh,
Craig Counsell.
Good old Craig Counsell. And wow, they got CM Punk to do a promo for them.
Ooh.
Who are the Brewers going to get? You know what? The Brewers are so
Austin?
good right now. They're gonna raise Bob Uecker from the dead to make a promo. How about
Austin Aries? Okay, let's get Austin Aries.
There we go.
He was just back in action. I think he won his MLW match.
Milwaukee.
He beat Kushida. He beat Kushida.
What? He did? Man, I miss me some Aries. I really do. I'm going to have to check that out. Not to promote another brand, but you know what? He is Milwaukee's he is one of Milwaukee's finest, along with Ciampa and some others. But the legend is still the Crusher, walking down Wisconsin Avenue with with the keg. So, all right. Interesting point there, Kyle. Wondering if the Elegance brand would have kept the Knockouts titles if Ash wasn't out of the picture. We're gonna dive into that. We'll get into that a little later. But for now, we're gonna dive into some news. We're gonna talk some. What do you want to talk about first? We got so much stuff. Should we start out with the little stuff and work our way up to big? Should we start out with some new merch that came out?
We could go with all kinds of stuff. J-Bone, how about I throw you for a loop and talk about stuff we didn't even talk about before the show?
Uh-oh. Throw it at me. Well, let's go.
Well, we got a few things. We got a press conference, CMLL, J-Bone.
Ooh.
And who's at the press conference? Our very own Tessa Blanchard. She's back in CMLL while being a TNA talent, which is interesting. Because of partnerships. So TNA, can you say the real forbidden company right there?
Yeah.
They tend to work with everybody. So
that is
an interesting little dynamic. So keep an eye out for that. You'll be seeing Tessa in multiple places.
That makes me a little worried because where was she before she came back to
CMLL?
Oh, she was down there. That's right. She got kicked out of AAA.
Yeah, she had been working with CML for a while. Some indies here and there. But yeah, that was her main spot before she came over here.
I have to laugh at this. And I said this before on a pod. I don't remember if it was here or somewhere else. See, John Palmer brings up the Beer City Bruiser.
Beer
Yeah,
City Brews.
except he doesn't count because he left and like went to some other state, so he doesn't count.
He's not recognized by Milwaukee.
He's not. He's not. He can go drink beer somewhere else.
Whoa! Oh, I thought you were going to get even a little more on him for that one, J-Bone.
No.
You're giving him like the trader treatment.
Oh yeah, you leave Milwaukee and you start wrestling in some other town. No, you're not going to get recognized around here. No.
Town. Well, see, we need like a drop of JDC going town when you say that.
So, but yeah, boo.
But so yeah, look, keep an eye on the Tesla stuff. That's interesting. Another one is our president, the one and only Carlos Silva, has been back on the news cycle once again, J-Bone, giving interviews. And it seems like the one that's gaining the most traction right now is one he did with, I believe, TV Insider, where he talks about the TV deal again and sounding like it's getting very close. So take it for what you will. It seems like we're getting close to a TV deal or whatever package announcement. I have thoughts on what that could be, but it seems like that's possibly on the horizon. And also some interesting comments, it sounds like he made about some more international live events in Mexico and Puerto Rico, possibly at some point.
Nice.
So that wouldn't surprise me because obviously that's kind of this together is why I brought up the Tesla news as well, because it does feel, because remember, they were going to Mexico yearly for a while. Then they kind of stopped. And so it feels like, obviously, with the WWE relationship, and we know their push with AAA, it feels like this could come back together next year. I'm feeling Mexico probably is going to be a rotational spot next year for TNA, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that spot with Tessa does worry me a little bit.
I think it's just like, once again, that's someone she worked with. I think the belief was when she came to TNA and with the WWE relationship, that made her pretty much a non-starter to be working with them anymore. Like, not necessarily because AAA versus CMLL, but because of the WWE relationship with NXT and TNA. But obviously, Tessa has not been used in that manner yet. So if they know that's not happening in the near future, now it's interesting though. Victoria Crawford showed up on Tuesday, and you know who she is. She's Tessa Blanchard's best friend. So
mentor.
Did you see the shirt, J-Bone?
No.
There's a shirt, a mentor shirt. That might be on the. I might have to get that and the announce team shirt. Do a little combo pack.
Yeah, there is some new stuff on the merch page. Did you want to talk about anything else event wise, or not event wise, but how did you want
to? We could let's go. Let's go over some merch, J-Bo.
Okay. So while we
got Bell's Boy, we got a super chat that I want to highlight though first.
Yes.
According to Lucha Blog, they used the women more in CMLL and they needed bodies. So the Lucharoffs and TNA came to an agreement. It's not unheard of. Agreed, Spellboy. Like I wouldn't read too much into this.
Okay.
Like I don't think that means speaking like, oh, that means Tessa's doing this or that. I think it's just obviously we've seen like she wasn't on a ton of TNA programming recently. I think
Right.
it's hey, availability. We need partner TNA. I think they're all about business. If they can find like you can go out and do other things while you're not, because once again, TNA does not believe in putting you in catering. So if they're
Yeah.
not using you, but you can be used elsewhere to further your profession, go do that. Go do that. As long as everybody's on the same page, and then obviously when TNA is needed, that's going to be the priority. So agreed. Thank you, Bells.
Absolutely.
Just for that, I hope the Phillies don't go too hard on your Dodgers, but just hard enough.
Right. Oh yeah, there
Eli
is.
here talking about the Battleground podcast. So, well, once again, a lot of media the last week or so that Carlos Silva has already started between a TNA and a streaming network, and that announcement is coming this year to start the deal early 2026. So we'll see. It's I think each interview is slightly different on the wording of these things, but it doesn't feel it does feel like we're definitely approaching the finish line on something happening for next year, for sure. And based on what we've seen with the relationship and obviously the wins that they're riding right now, like we've talked about it. No matter how you feel about the partnership, if you on the CW these last couple of weeks, it's been a pretty much a 50% or more TNA show, which is a very interesting dynamic.
Things are definitely ramping up, and
like there hasn't been this many eyes on TNA for a long time, which is great to see as longtime fans of the product.
And just look at the audience. Like there was at the show tonight, and that was from the day after taping.
Yeah, and that's something I think Critical Sting had an early comment here. Here it is. Put Edmonton up there with El Paso for best crowds of the year for TNA and markets that need to be revisited. And we already know they're revisiting El Paso before the year's even out. Yeah. They're going back there in December.
Yeah.
Which is like, I didn't think they'd come back there that quick, but that's once again, kudos to a market that they went to and they showed out. And it's evident on TV. I think recently we saw Minnesota do a very good job. But I think Edmonton, once again, like wrestling has not been out in Edmonton. It's like they appreciated it. They showed the support. And it's evident. Like the crowd wanted wrestling, and they wanted TNA, and they got a good dose of it.
They did.
Victory Road and these tapings that we're seeing as we're leading into Bound for Glory.
Yeah, it was a solid episode today, and the fact, and we've talked about this before, the fact that we're going back and forth between like live stuff and NXT to tape stuff with TNA. You got to be real careful how you thread the needle through this rivalry, and they're doing it, Bill. They're killing it. I think
I agree.
It's Kyle's asking if he thinks that the NXT TNA relationship ends after Showdown. No, this is. And I said this during
it's a years-long relationship. Now, could they pull back a little bit from it?
Oh,
potentially.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because they've done this already where like they go real heavy, then they slow down.
Yeah.
However, because of the setup, as we know, like, and this has been known, if you're listening to the TNI show, if you watch the TNI show, we were very early on this. where they put out the yearly schedule to end it. And we knew they were going to be going to Orlando and they were going to be going to El Paso in both November and December. And then that obviously left the gap of what they've been doing this year, which is a live episode after a PLE, which would be Bound for Glory, and then TV. But we always knew they were putting something in that place, a version of new content. But what it was, we weren't sure, and we still don't really know. I do know some bits and pieces of what it is now. Like I know there will be matches that have not aired yet that are part of what's going to be aired over that time frame. How they put it together, like I said, I always like to reference years ago where they taped all those matches in Florida at the Impact Zone and put it together into a tournament that nobody knew was a tournament at the time. So
you're right.
So they can get creative with it, but I do know there's matches in the can, even in these last set of tapings. They've taped matches that will not air as part of TV, that are part of what's post Bound for Glory.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
a lot of options there.
Yeah, or maybe they'll do a thing where TNA comes out on top in a lot of this stuff over the next few weeks and kind of takes over NXT and does more.
I think you're going to see obviously a number of the performers we've seen on NXT, and as we go over Showdown and the members of that are going to be in the Survivor Series matchups, you're going to see them on NXT programming. Now, will some of that, is there a possibility some content from the Performance Center will air during a TNA time slot on Access TV and TNA Plus? It's a possibility. I don't think that's out of the realm. Or something that they are doing behind the scenes or anything there with a lot of the talent that's appearing on those shows. It would make sense. And that would just, once again, answering that question, that would mean they would be just as heavy into this storyline. Different, but still very heavy. I think we're still going to get a pretty heavy partnership storyline as we end the year, because there's going to be obviously a fallout after Showdown. But once again, we got no finish with the Trick versus Obafemi title versus title. Someone was supposed to leave with 2. Nobody did. Do we get a no finish in the tag match between the Hardys and Dark State?
Now,
I don't think you can pull that move again. I think you're going to the well too many times if you do another non-finish. But they could. I hope they don't. I think if you do title versus title and never have it actually happen, you lose a little bit on that's too quick to go to that well. So I think there will be a team, and it feels like it will be the Hardys. So if they're carrying NXT titles, that angle is going to be very heavy to end the year.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And that's going to, like I said, things are just going to ramp up into Bound for Glory big time. And there's going to be what seems to be a lot of last minute stuff for Bound for Glory, but ticket sales have been doing really well.
I think right now it's approaching 5,000 already. And once again, a lot of that is just on the backs of Team 3D versus the Hardys.
Yeah. And that is for the titles now.
That is for the titles. And who knows? It could be for the NXT titles as well.
Oh, my God. Hardy's carrying a lot of weight going in there.
Well, speaking of the Hardys and Team 3D, J-Bone, do you want to say right now that I think you might have a share screen of Rudy on this? There's now a new event scheduled the day before Bound for Glory.
Yes. Yeah. Just waiting for the team. The team. The page to load up here.
Eli reassuring us that Ava said that title versus title, there must be a definite winner, and everyone is banned from ringside. I'm hoping they follow through with it. Once again,
right.
I like
Yeah.
these stipulations, and then I get a dusty schmaz finish. So I'm hoping. I believe when you go title for title, you have definitive winners. But we just had a case where that didn't happen. So I'll believe it when I see.
So this is okay. So this is the day before.
Yes.
We'll
Saturday, the 11th.
Make sure I'm doing the right page here that I'm sharing. Okay. Yeah. So Saturday. Yeah, the pay-per-view's on Sunday. This is Saturday, October 11th. This is the Extreme Hardy Party in 3D, the VIP experience. And it's going to go from noon until 3:30 at the Kowloon restaurant in Saugus, Massachusetts. So I don't know how close that is to everything else, but here it says Team 3D and the Hardys, 2 special Q&As plus a premium VIP experience featuring combo photo, signed poster, signed steel chair, TNA Bound for Glory hat, and priority seating. Oh my goodness. That's loaded. So, and it says here as far as roster, apparently only the Hardys are showing up for this. No, I'm kidding. But
oh, come on.
So I don't even want to try to imagine what tickets are like for this. But you can go to...
They are on sale on TNA. Is it on TNAmerch.com? I believe it is.
It's on the events. If you go to the events page, you can
go
buy
to the
it.
meets. You can go to the events or TNA merch meet and greets.
Yeah,
I believe you can get it there as well.
Yeah. So yeah.
So there are different price tickets. Like the extreme part one, I believe, is $5.99 for everything that J-Bone just said.
Ooh.
But you can get tickets for just the Hardy Party, like just admission, for I think as low as $30 with meet and greets for like just the Hardys. I think that could get up to $200. And then the same thing with like the table for 2 with Team 3D, getting into that as low as $30 up to $200 for like meet and greet stuff, or once again the full package with all those extra benefits for the $5.99. So,
yeah.
You can do it up Down for Glory weekend.
There you go. All right, so as long as we're on the TNA website, should we jump into some updated merch?
Yeah. There's some support all your favorites.
All right, here we go. So this is we're going to jump into the see, did that work? Oh, it did work. Oh, look at that. we just switched page, didn't have to go out and go back in. Look at that.
Oh my.
Restream's on fire tonight. All right. So these are the t-shirts. There also is a Hardy jersey for sale that's on the main page. But this is the new t-shirts that are for sale. Some of these we talked about before. But yeah, so there's a Team TNA, here's Trust the System, and these pay-per-view ones, or the special event ones, are interesting. We got the Monsters Ball, Full Metal Mayhem, Ultimate X. Those are pretty cool. Demon Assassin, she's got the mist here. Property of TNA, kind of a classic thing there. Great hands. Now, what were you talking? Oh, yeah, you were talking about Victoria Crawford's got a Mentor shirt. That one's on here too.
Yeah, Mentor. Yeah. But we got to go to the Spotlight series for our favorite announced team.
Oh, okay. So let's go to this is the main front page here. Here's this one. We got Tom Hannafin and Matthew Raywalt, the brand new World's Greatest Announced Team t-shirt. That's pretty cool. That's not even on the regular page. It's on the front page here. So it's got its own section. Thank you for reminding me of that. So, and we've talked about this duo up and down since they started together. They've been just killing it. The way they feed off each other. Hannafin's a great play-by-play guy. Ray Walt's a great color guy. He's all over the place. I love it. So, yeah. You want to support one of the greatest announced teams? Go get that new shirt, and it's in a cool kind of a classic, kind of almost like a Nintendo looking game cover thing
on the old console TV.
Yeah,
get the rabbit ears.
Yeah. David's not sold on Victoria Crawford. Okay, well, that's all right. We all can have our own opinions. That's fine. Let's see. And shall we? Well, we do have one update as far as like events and stuff. We're talking about TNA. Bound for Glory has a new match, and that is. Give me a second here. Here we go.
Build the hype.
We got it. Look at that. Tessa Blanchard versus Gia Miller is official for October 12th.
Now, what Gia Miller do you think shows up, J-Bo?
I think a little something of what we got today. She's fired up, Bill. I mean, I've seen a couple promos of her in Pro Wrestling Revolver, where she doesn't sound like her character in TNA. You know, the sweet Southern Peach or whatever.
Southern Belle.
Southern Belle, yeah. No, we're getting.
So you think it's going to be the full Indi Gia that was at there?
I think so. It's going to be nuts. Yeah. Right. She's gonna send her pack into CMLL. How about this? How about this picture of Tommy Dreamer on the side here?
Oh, Tommy! He's a wild man.
Classic Tommy Dreamer.
Taking it to the extreme.
Yeah.
Now here's the question: who will be the backstage interviewer at Bound for Glory, since Gia is going to be busy?
Who is it while she was gone? What's her name? Lisa something? She was part of Busted Open for a while. Now Gabby. She has her own show. Gabby. Is that it? Gabby?
Lisa. Who's Lisa?
I thought her name was Lisa. I'm sorry.
You're throwing me off, J-Bo.
I'm sorry. Let's just blame it on the big A. Yeah, thank you. Critical Sting. There he is. Gabby Laspiza.
No knock on Gabby. But it's Bound for Glory, J-Bo. Let's go old school.
Oh.
Let's get you a little red in the face.
Oh. Y'all gonna get me in trouble.
Goldilocks. Let's do a throwback.
Are we going OG?
Who's going in the Hall of Fame? J-Bo? Mickey James.
Mickey James.
Beautiful people. Let's go. People. Oh, T. Hughes. Anybody but Scott Hudson. Hey, if we're doing the thing, let's go JB. Let's bring back the frosted tips for one night only.
Oh my God. All the frosted tips. Oh my goodness. Yeah, classic Goldilocks. Bring back JB just so he could say desire.
Desire. Which for a while I thought the Angel Warriors were going to have that name.
Yeah, right. Shane
There we
Douglas.
go.
Oh,
Shane. I liked Shane when he was doing that
he was all
during the Asylum era.
yeah.
Hear us talk about it.
He was all
on the channel.
He was happy. All right. But yeah, so yeah, there's the update on Bound for Glory. We got some events surrounding Bound for Glory. We got some new merch. Let's dive into some NXT stuff. Bring back the Pope, you guys. Pope's busy. He's busy in NWA. I don't think he's going to come back. At least I think he is. I could be wrong. Excuse me. That's why I don't drink soda live. Oof. There you go, Christy Hemme. All right, so a lot of stuff happened this week on TNA. Very interesting. We had the summit and some other stuff surrounding the summit. Let's talk about the former one half of one of the longest reigning tag teams in TNA took the stage in NXT. We're talking about an Ethan Page. And he was talking about a Dr. Wagner Jr. And he was calling him out because he's been in the audience lately, and I think they're ramping up something down in AAA. Well, he didn't show up, Bill. We got TNA's very own Mustafa Ali.
Good guy, Ali.
Good guy Ali. It doesn't roll off the tongue easy.
It's all about the brand. Well, we'll get to it because you got good guy Kaz, good guy Ali, but it's all for the brand.
It is.
So we support.
It is. It's almost Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde-ish. But it's working. It's working. Very interesting promo cut by TNA's Ali, because he talked about, and I didn't realize this until he was talking about it because I didn't know what was all surrounding around his exit. He was due a North American Championship match.
That's long-term storytelling right there.
Yeah, talk about two plus years in advance, or in the making, I should say. 2+ years in the making. And he ended his promo by saying, I want my North American title match that I never got 2 years ago.
Want.
Yeah, give me he pulled a Batista. Only classier than Batista.
Very classy.
Hell, anything's classier than Batista, but
hey now.
Oh, sorry.
Get you.
Yeah. But yeah, so that is one of the matches we're getting next week is Mustafa Ali versus hang on.
Chandler Park.
No.
Kung Fu Man?
Here we go. We got the visual.
Showdown. Just getting more and more loaded.
Showdown. Yes. Next Tuesday, Ethan Page versus Mustafa Ali. Look, even Trick's looking like, wow, I gotta watch this.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk. Yeah. So that is one of the matches that's happening. We're also getting for that summit. First of all, I want to congratulate Ricky Saints on winning the NXT championship. So it started out with him, talking about being champion, beating Obafemi. Obafemi was nowhere to be found in this episode. Very
Where's
interesting.
Obafemi? Nobody knows.
Yeah. I mean, considering he was a top guy in this brand and he's nowhere to be found on this at all, very interesting. I don't know.
Maybe he's getting the call.
Maybe. What, CMLL? Oh, no. Wait, no, never mind. No, that's no. Sorry, my wife just walks past with food and I lose my mind there for a second.
Well, JAYBONE'S in his food interest level. Since we're talking NXT here, JAYBONE, and we talked about somebody that you didn't see. Well, somebody just got written off of NXT, but they were on TNA quite a number of times. So I feel we should address the situation. And that is one Jasmine Nix.
Oh, yeah.
I'm familiar with that whole situation, JAYBONE.
Yeah, I heard that she was in contract talks. I don't know everything specifically, but
it was all about that money.
Yes.
Which makes sense.
It does. It does. She was talking about her next contract or re-signing and wasn't happy with it. And so now she's going on to, we'll just say, bigger and better things. She had some offers to do some stuff while she was still wrestling that she couldn't do. Some of it has to do with stuff she was doing before she was wrestling. And I heard her talking about it, but I don't remember what it was.
I believe it was soccer. I think she was like a soccer player.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So, but I think one of the things, and that is something that comes up from time to time, but obviously at NXT, the whole thing is it is the developmental show of the WWE brand. So you go there, you're inking a deal that you're kind of betting on yourself, and
that too.
Again, like you could still make, like, we won't fly in the face of numbers here, but like you could make a decent living like doing this stuff, but it's not the numbers that the main roster is going to make.
No,
because the whole idea is you go here, you advance, and then you'll get to that main roster spot, and then you'll make that huge increase compared to that brand. I think a lot of people may be under especially when you see the ratings, and like obviously now they regularly beat AEW and stuff like that. Like they have very decent, they're on CW, they're on a big platform. So people, I think, just assume, oh, all right, maybe they're making a little less than Raw and SmackDown. But it's a fairly big gap for most of the talent. Not to say that there's not some, like the people they build on down there get a little more. But it is something. It's an interesting thing to see because obviously we saw her a lot with Fatal Influence in TNA. However, it doesn't seem like it's going to be like, at least for now. Things can always change, but she doesn't seem like she's interested in wrestling elsewhere right now.
Yeah.
Unless somebody just maybe based on what she said throws her like a huge offer, which
Right.
wouldn't make sense at this point for
Yeah.
like a TNA.
Yeah.
Just like the other free agent that we always like to talk about occasionally, La Sombra. That's my name for him. You know, his real name, his original name. But
He's already signed somewhere, and we
he
talked
already signed
about
somewhere else.
Yeah,
So
he's already back in AEW. Shockingly,
but once again, that's someone I don't think we considered seriously at all, because I think for what he would expect on the dollars, that's not something that's really probably worth that investment for the most part. At least where TNA is right now, like that really wouldn't be the right direction to go. Unless you were really going to build, unless you're like, he's going to be a focal point. That's a main eventer for us.
Yeah.
And if you think that way, then then you can definitely do something like that. But just interesting, some of the names that are always out in the news, want to make sure to address them here on the TNI show, since they showed up. Since the one showed up at TNA very often.
Yeah.
But definitely, there was like, just like a lot of other members of the NXT roster, you could see the potential there. Like, she has potential.
Oh, sure.
If she does want to do this going forward, but obviously it all has to work out together. You has to have the mindset, the ability, all that. It's a full thing. You can't just have part of it, the drive and the want to do it.
Oh yeah, it's the whole package, So we also got a heck of a tag team match.
Ooh,
that is going to be one half of that tag team is going to be one of the biggest matches at Bound for Glory, facing each other. We got Leon Slater tagging with Javon Evans, and they were very cordial backstage, rapping with each other. They went up against the NXT Tag Champs. Wait, no. It was the Culling. My bad. The Culling. They went up against, which was I can picture them both. I can't think of the guy's name. He was in NXT. He went to AEW. He came back to NXT. He's the 10 guy. Anyways.
The former Ty Dillinger?
That's it. Yeah, the former Ty Dillinger. Yeah, exactly. But
Spears.
Yeah. Thank you, Spears. And I don't know who the other guy is. I'm not familiar with him. He looks like I don't know if he looks like a 10, but anyways.
He's no Bo Derek, you're saying?
Nico, yeah, right. Nico Vance, is that his name? Nico? Okay. Nico Vance. All right. That's a great name. Anyways,
that was in the WWE name machine.
I guess, you pull the thing and you're like, come on, sevens, all lemons, it's
avoid the whammy. Avoid the whammy.
Yeah, big money, no whammies. But anyways, that was a lot of fun watching these two wrestle with each other, and the moves they pulled off is just, man, something else. Javon Evans and Leon Slater are destined to have, like I said, one of the best matches at Bound for Glory.
Gonna tear down the house.
Yeah. And they also end up being on opposite teams later, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But then we also got we'll talk about this one first before the two Survivor Series events. We got a promo from the Hardys. and they're going to be facing the NXT Tag Team Champions, Dark State, and this is for all. This is for all the gold. Somebody is going to walk out of this event with 2 sets of belts.
They better.
So,
I'm listening
thoughts
to
on
you,
this,
GM
Bill?
Ava. Well, we'll see. If it's, I got to imagine the Hardys are taking these belts, and it will be interesting. It'll be a very interesting dynamic with the Hardys if they have both the TNA and the NXT belts, and how often that means. Like, my guess is obviously they'll be on NXT then for that time in between until the next tapings, and then you'll really have almost like Showdown 2 or something more even thorough during the Full Sail tapings in November. So someone to definitely keep in mind. But I'll tell you, the whole thing with Dark State is multiple man involvement and all. I'm hearing that that it's not going to happen, but man, it feels like it could be a non-finish, but we'll see.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it to be just because we've seen that recently.
They
in
literally
NXT.
had a non-finish 2 weeks ago. Like, it's
yeah.
Like, you can't do it again. You can't do it again. Like, this is like, I'll say that, like, that's bad booking if they do that again. But we see major wrestling companies do bad booking on a weekly basis sometimes. So like, it's like, hey, let's hot shot. Let's hot shot again. Let's hot shot a third time. Hot shot a fourth time. Or let's do the push for 1 month and then totally forget about somebody. Once again, I'm not really talking about TNA here. I'm just talking about wrestling in general. So we'll see. We'll see. Just hopefully they don't go that route. So I'm just going to assume that the Hardys will take these belts, because there's no way this ends with Dark State at all. If it does, I will be shocked.
Yeah, it wouldn't be it would throw off Bound for Glory.
Well, if you take the tag titles off the Hardys and give it to Dark State, and then you have Trick, Kelani, and Dark State holding that amount of gold, just
going into the biggest
Von Evans at Bound for Glory, because it's all leaving.
Oh,
all the gold's leaving at that point if that happens.
Yeah, I can't imagine that, but it's wrestling. We'll see.
It's wrestling. It could go that way. That gets a response. And people all want their happy endings. However, man, would people be talking if that, like, the internet would blow up if they were to lose those titles.
Yeah. So let's talk about the now they had the summit, which ended up in a brawl, just to so we ended up with so JC Jane was congratulating Ricky Saints. They ended up being captains for their teams, which started a whole wasp, or what do they say, bee's nest, whatever, kicking the hornet's nest of problems. Oh my God. Trick comes out. He's the co-captain. He tries speaking for that, and Ricky's like, "Hold on, shut up." The whole thing was crazy, but it was a lot of fun. The way it all went down between Ava's side and Santino's there, of course. So what we also got is we got the women's Survivor Series match, which is going to be NXT's JC Jane, Jada Parker, Lola Vice, and what's her name? Sol Ruka?
Sol Ruka.
Yeah. Yeah, versus now this is interesting. NXT's Kelani Jordan is going to be the captain of the TNA ladies team,
Yeah.
and they're and that was Santino's call. So that's very interesting. So they got Mara
So we have
Sade.
a babyface NXT wrestler in TNA.
Yeah, yeah. So, but she's cool with it. She seems like she's up for the task. You know, she's a very talented young woman. And then you got the veterans, um, the inspiration, who are now the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions going into this. So that's just going to make it even bigger. Not that the belts are on the line, but you know, you show up and you
Does
got
seem
more.
loaded, like because obviously you got a lot of gold there, and someone in Morris Ide who I think we both think could be the next big thing in the Knockouts division,
Oh,
especially
definitely.
with all the recent changes we just saw.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
You
if
want
she
to talk
doesn't
about?
have Knockout Champion written all over, I don't know who does.
Yeah, as far as like one of the newest ones that really has star written on her, it's her. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So
I
it's going to be
Bobby
interesting.
Roode somewhere backstage, but
Yeah,
you might be looking at the new it factor
yeah.
of
There
the
you go.
Knockouts division.
The it factor. I thought you were going to call her glorious for a second. Um,
Come on, J-Bone. This is a TNA gimmick show.
I know. So, all right. So then we're also getting, and this is going to be just this is going to be cuckoo. I can't wait for this. You got Ricky Saints and I guess co-captain Tricky Williams.
Definitely not the main captain.
Yeah, right. Um, yeah, but congratulations to
He's
Ricky
tricky.
Saints. I'm
How can you trust
very
someone named Tricky?
yeah. How you do that? Yeah. Javon Evans and then Miles. What's his name? Miles Bourne.
Born,
Yeah,
like the
Miles
identity.
Bourne. Super talented kid. Um, versus uh, Mike Santana, and he picked Frankie Kazarian and Moose and Leon Slater. So that's man, that's you've got a very young team on one side, and you got some veterans on the other side. I think you got to go with a team like TNA, but we'll see what happens.
They're loaded up.
You know?
Like obviously, yeah, with Frankie. Like Frankie's got a ton of experience.
Oh
Moose
yeah,
now has a lot of experience. Even Santana. Like Santana's been doing it a long time now.
yeah,
Tag singles. So they're loaded there. But obviously, you got two champions from two brands there. You got the NXT biggest belt holder and TNA's biggest belt holder on one team.
yeah,
And Javon Evans, who's been making a name for himself, is going to be going for that X Division title against Leon and then Miles
yeah,
Bourne. So I wouldn't overlook the men's team. But
yeah.
it does
It's
feel like I'd be surprised if the teams don't split. Men's goes
yeah,
to one brand and women's go to another brand. Which one? If you told me going in, I'd say TNA men's probably would have an advantage before I saw the teams. And
yeah.
then the women from NXT might have an advantage. But looking at these teams here, it's a tough call. It's a toss up.
It is, especially with the ladies, because you got I mean, you got some veterans on there, but it's yeah, you got a lot of young talent.
But like
Um,
like Sol Ruka, she's got two belts. Two belts
yeah,
sold.
yeah, she's got the speed and the um, but North American.
Yeah.
No, is it?
Something. Well, who has the North American NXT women's title? The one
It's got
that
to be.
Kelani used to have. It's got. I believe that's who has it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So, And then Ethan Page and Mustafa Ali. That's gonna be a lot of fun too. So
Loaded card on Tuesday.
yeah, it is. It's gonna be nuts. Yeah.
You have to stay tuned for some TNI after the show.
Oh,
Or
there's
maybe a
definitely
reaction. There's possible reaction on Tuesday. We'll see.
we could have a multi show evening on Tuesday. You never know. We're gonna have to wait and see. Um, but yeah, last thing to bring up. It's very interesting. Mayor, you beat me to the punch again. You son of a gun. Um, uh, Jordan Grace talking about she's complaining. I don't want to say she's whining, but she's voicing her opinion.
You're saying she should have some cheese with that wine? Or is that what you're saying, Joe?
Yeah, it's not typical of her, but she is voicing her opinion here. She's upset that she's the um, not on the show next week. She's not going to be a part of the matches for Showdown. As she says here on social media, she says Santino, Ava, there's a huge problem with Showdown next week. Here, let me show you. I'm not on it. I was trying to bite my tongue, but I just can't anymore. There's no NXTNA without Jordan Grace. There is no partnership. There is no cross promotional champions. As a matter of fact, there's no Showdown without me setting the stage for it 2 years ago. And you guys let your team captains pick their team members, and they chose wrong. And Santino letting Kelani Jordan be your TNA women's captain after one TNA show? I'm going to refer you to my urologist because I'm extremely concerned about you. Wow. She goes on to say, I'm going to say this as respectfully as I can. You two need to fix this.
Ooh.
Yeah. So is this a heel turn? Is this just an opinion being stated here? No Jordan Grace, no Joe Hendry. Mm. I don't know. Is it a mistake not? Let me ask you this, Bill. Is it a mistake not having Jordan Grace as a part of this?
On which team?
Or in general? Because she's not even I mean, she's got a lot of love for TNA. She spent several years there. She's still very young in her career in NXT/WWE.
No, I'm fine with it. I agree with the captains because you got to know where they lie, like where they fit in on the team. And I think most people would say, well, what team should they even be on? I think that answers your question. If you don't even know what team they should be on, they probably shouldn't be on a team.
This is true. Yeah. If it's too much of a question and you're not sure, I get it.
You gotta know, like, because we know Mike Santana doesn't like Frankie Kazarian, but he thinks in the end he's fighting for Team TNA.
It's brand loyalty.
It's brand loyalty.
Yeah.
That's what we're about here. Now you have, with many minds, people that could be viewed as maybe not loyal to one side over the other.
Yeah.
So I gotta agree with the captains on this one. If you don't know where alliances are in tag team wrestling, you gotta have each other's back.
Yeah.
You gotta be tag team specialists.
Let me ask you this, Bill. Do we fix this by possibly making Joe Hendry the special guest referee in the men's Survivor Series match or style match, and to have Jordan Grace be special guest referee in the women's match? Is that how you fix this?
No. because it would still involve you don't know where side they're on. I do think they will play a part. Like they're obviously going down this angle for a reason. So they may cost somebody during the match to show their allegiances. However, I think that's going to be the extent of what we see. Like they'll probably get both somebody involved in this match. Joe Hendry will somehow appear and he'll cost somebody. They'll get eliminated, and then that will get into a feud going forward. And the same thing with Jordan Grace.
Could be. And that'll just add another chapter to the showdown, or the partnership, and maybe not necessarily. I mean, it might turn into a thing for Bound for Glory. Certainly could, because I had a feeling going into this with all this stuff going on, we're going to see some NXT TNA matches take place at Bound for Glory. We don't have it yet, but we could very quickly. And maybe that's what the plan is, which is why we don't have a ton of matches yet. So get ready, folks. This Bound for Glory could be something you never thought you'd see before.
Yeah, man, maybe everybody in these a lot of these people are going to be in the gauntlet for the gold. Who knows?
That's true. That is another match that is going to be a part of it. That's true.
Yeah, and also I believe Steve Macklin in his New York media tour gave away that he will be having his international title rematch with Frankie Kazarian. However, TNA has not confirmed it yet, but he put it out there that they're going to have their rematch at Bound for Glory.
Okay.
So that's straight from he's going to invoke his rematch clause.
Well, there you go. Then let's have him do it. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, lots going on with the NXT. That's our preview of the showdown next week. Should be probably one of the biggest episodes in NXT history in a long time, is my guess. And we're going to be covering it somehow, some way. Right? All right. So we jump into tonight's episode for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, we'll throw in a review for the Impact show.
There you go. A little bonus here, even though
came here for the review, got a lot of other stuff.
You did.
It's not the TNI show unless that happens.
You got a
bury the lead by about an hour and 10 minutes.
You got a Chinese buffet. Yeah. All right, so we're starting out here, and my note taking was horrible tonight. So if I missed something, please let me know. So we start out here with Kaz, the new international champion. Very interesting, nothing from Steve Macklin here, but this did get out of hand pretty quickly. We had I don't even remember who came out first, but we had Trick Williams come out. We had Kelani Jordan.
Well, yeah, Kelani was the guest.
Oh, Kelani was the actual guest, yeah. And then it was all downhill from there.
And then everybody got involved.
Indi Hartwell.
Before this, though, just because it comes back around, Santino started the show by saying Santana cannot touch Trick Williams until Bound for Glory, unless provoked.
Oh, okay.
So keep that in the back of your head as this all happens.
Oh, yeah.
The provocateur.
Matt Hardy come out, and Kaz was messing with him that Jeff wasn't there, which was interesting.
I applaud this way of doing it. Enough, like, be real. Like, people know he's not there. Why he's not there?
Yeah,
Uh,
this is true.
like the previous Hardy era of getting hurt every time you went international. Like,
Yeah.
we're all being adults now, which is good.
Yeah. Yeah, we know it. Yeah. Leon Slater uh, ends up getting in the mix too. So, and then Santino ends up making a 3-on-3. So we get Trick, Kaz, and Kelani Jordan versus Matt Hardy, Leon Slater, and Indi Hartwell.
Mhm.
Um, Now I missed some of this. It was Matt Hardy's team came out the winner, right?
Oh, of the match?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But it was like everything else before it was. I felt like it was like bigger than the match. The match was just oh, okay, well you're all here, let's have a match.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Slater pinned Cass.
okay. Champ pins champ. That's interesting.
Yeah, like that was interesting. I was surprised that the brand new international champ ate the pin.
Yeah, it is interesting. Um, No, I'm not sure if we missed something in between here because that between the promo and the match takes up quite a bit there in the beginning.
Well,
Um,
we get Tommy Dreamer
right.
speak
Yeah, that's
after,
that's what I got
and
next in my
that's
notes. I wasn't sure if
Showdown.
I
Yeah,
missed something there.
yeah. It
But
goes
yeah,
from that into the Bioflex injury report.
okay. And I didn't. This is probably the first time in weeks I didn't write anything down for the Bioflex. So
Well,
I know they
there
were
wasn't
saying
a
that
ton. Just that Gia Miller's cleared following the attack by Tessa.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, and okay. So that was the first time I heard that she was attacked, but it was post episode. So was that like an online promo that happened, and they were chatting, and then she got attacked after
yeah,
the
yeah.
show?
I'm pretty yeah, because I know that was making the rounds. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
because I was gonna say I didn't think that was actually part of the episode itself. Um, but yeah, and then we get a promo from both later. We'll get into that.
yeah.
Um,
And then it was just once again going over that Ash by Elegance is out of action with an undisclosed injury, and the Inspiration and the Elegance brand are both cleared to compete for the Knockouts World Tag Team titles in the main event.
Main event, right? Yeah, nothing specific about Ash. So it's very interesting. I heard someone in the chat bring up that it's possibly a pregnancy. I don't know. But the fact that
It's
it's
unknown. They're not saying it
yeah.
was like I and I know, like, yeah, I think Tommy Dreamer, what was it on Busted Open or somewhere else? Like, he actually went out there and was like was kind of throwing like HIPAA around, like we're not going to address it. Uh,
Oh,
so so unknown,
that's yeah.
unknown. Like when stuff kind of pops up, it could be anything. Like sometimes that is like I said, like sometimes that is family. We've seen that before here in TNA.
Yeah.
However, obviously it could be anything, and you don't want to speculate on something like that. If it's something at some point she decides to share, that's fine. But if she doesn't,
Yeah.
that's fine too. Uh, Obviously, huge fan of Ash. I think a lot
Yeah.
of us here are fans of Ash, so we wish her the best regardless. Uh, if it's something health wise, if it's something personal, family related, whatever it
Yeah.
is. She was a well deserved champion, and I hope she does come back at some point.
Yeah.
I think she was a great addition. Um, I'm seeing in the chat that she's now off social media. I did not. If that's
Hmm.
the case, that's not great. I don't know. But once again, I don't know if she was. I don't know the reasoning for any of that. If that's
Hmm.
true, hopefully people aren't weren't going after her on social media.
Yeah, or
Because I
maybe
know
it's just for
she
the
won the
sake
title
of
and all. Yeah, just
for
you have to be
privacy.
part of this. Yeah, just to
Yeah,
kind of keep everything on the down low. So yeah, let her take her
yeah,
time. But yeah, hopefully her story is not over here.
yeah,
Uh, but definitely wish her the best. Always very nice,
yeah,
very nice. Great
yeah, yeah,
representative of the brand, the Elegance brand, and the TNA brand.
yeah, yeah. The fact that they built a brand around her, or some kind of that whole elegance story around her is that says a lot, and I hope that some are speculating that the team is going to break up now after this. I hope it doesn't. You know, we'll get into the main event in a little bit, but um, I felt like they were great together. They really had proven themselves, considering they're younger. So, but yeah, so Tommy Dreamer cuts the promo. It's we're family. It's not just a team, we're a family, and he cuts a pro TNA promo like no one else can. Even ends it with a rah.
Oh yeah, you got the full Tommy Dreamer experience.
You did, you did, yeah. And
Always love Tommy.
he wears his heart and his emotions on his sleeve, and that's one of the best things about him.
Oh yeah,
It is. Yeah. So
it's
when you
either on
get
his
that,
sleeve or his kendo stick, one or the other.
yeah, you don't want it on the kendo stick, especially if he's talking about you. Um, but yeah, so that's one of the best things about it. Yeah, 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 yeah. There, yeah. Little Silver in the Twitch rocking the property of TNA T-shirt, only on
Love it.
TNAmerch.com. Yes,
It's all about the brand.
yes. Pro Team TNA. We got a
I might have to be in
promo.
the grab bag too. You got the Team TNA shirt, the Greatest Tag Team shirt, the
Yeah,
Mentor shirt. Oh man, could
and
go
then
to town.
while,
Merch.com.
while you're at it, head over to TNI. That merch, you know, get some TNI
There you,
merch.
there you go.
The Mara Sade promo was nice too,
Yes.
and it's just I know, like you and I have both mentioned, especially you, that she's just a star in the making. You know, I believe that.
Agreed. And this goes back once again, like this isn't just because she's in TNA now. I thought when she was at NXT and we started seeing her in TNA that she had an it factor and star potential.
Yeah,
But I think you're going to see, like it just feels right now with how things are going. Like we're seeing some of the the knockouts that they're looking at, but she feels like she's going to get that tap on the shoulder sooner rather than later. I
oh
know
yeah,
sometimes people will say, "Oh man, they're not moving as fast with some of the talent on the push,"
yeah.
but I feel she's going to be one if she doesn't hold that belt at some point next year.
I was
I
gonna say within the next year. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. Um, in fact, in some ways, she almost seems like a bigger. Just the way they're promoting her and the way the promos are, it almost seems like she's a bigger star right now than Indy Hartwell. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
close. Like I'd say it's like because I still think they're pushing indie. Like I don't think they've de-pushed indie. Uh, but I think she's right up there with who they're pushing right now. So it feels like if you're going with that new grouping, and
Yeah,
we go right into that with the Angel Warriors, who we'll talk about next. But as a team, like they're being pushed as a team, but obviously Zaya and Lee, um, they're saying like I think they're getting the push. Mara Sade is getting the push, and obviously Indi Hartwell, and then to an extent Danny Luna as well. But I feel like
Yeah.
that's your new group of knockouts that they're really leaning on.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're in the process of forming new tag teams. Like I heard Rosemary and Killer Kelly were a team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's something to look forward to. Um, so yeah, we get into the Angel Warriors versus. Now this is interesting. Now I came back from break a little late in the middle of the match, and I was like, "Who is this?" And they didn't talk about the other person's names that much. They mentioned Lawless like once, and
Yeah, Ava Lawless and Kate Von Heez.
Cat Von Heez, yeah,
Cat Von Heez?
yeah, Cat or
But
Kate,
local talent.
Okay. Now, what's interesting is Cat Von Hees, one of my former podcasts actually interviewed her some years ago. Like that name rings a bell, Cat Von Hees. So she's been around. She's been around for a while. I'm not familiar with Ava Lawless. I almost thought it was Danny Luna with a different hair color. I'm like, that's Danny Luna, right? No, it's not. Um, but yeah, I was impressed with these two. You know, I don't think I'm not sure how local. I don't think Kat Von Hees is from Canada.
I'm
I
pretty sure she
Is
is.
she? She might be. I could be wrong. Just I don't know. I thought from like I thought she was more. But anyways, I could be completely wrong. It's been a while since I heard that name. So, but it's great to see her. Um, it's yeah, you never know what these um, with these young ladies that they bring in for these matches is sometimes it's new prospects. Who knows?
Sometimes it is, or sometimes it can be a local talent that impresses. We've seen that a lot. We saw that with Heather by Elegance.
yeah,
She showed up in Chicago when we were there, J-Bone.
yeah,
And then she impressed. And look at her now.
yeah,
Chris Bay showed up in Las Vegas,
yeah,
impressed, and then eventually got a spot. So it
yeah.
happens. It happens for sure. Uh,
Killer Cross. No, I don't think he
oh
was
yeah,
on there beforehand. But
kill it.
you mentioned Chris Bay. I'm like, well, he's from Vegas, and so is Killer Cross, but he wasn't on there beforehand. I don't think. But yeah. So, what did you think of the Angel Warriors Cat Von Hees Lawless match?
I think you're seeing Angel Warriors get this push, uh, and just like even the small things like their entrance, slight variation to the gear, to like we're a team. They're going all in. Like if obviously we'll get into the main event, but it feels like another team that they're like big things for these two. Obviously, that we saw one of them in the finals to win the knockouts title at Victory Road, but they didn't. I think that just shows you how much they're putting in to the presentation and the run of the Angel Warriors as a team because they didn't want to give one of them the belt
Yeah,
uh, at this point because they really want to push this team.
yeah. And the combos they were doing actually looked pretty good. I
Yeah,
felt.
no,
Yeah,
they've been working like they've been together a while now, so it feels like they're I think they're putting in the work when not on just on TV to be the best team they can.
yeah,
So and obviously we're seeing both of them at NXT as well. So I think that once again, I think that's going to prove to be of a big value. And we know obviously Zaya signed the long term deal when she came on board. Like she signed a 3-year deal, and we
mm,
know we just got an extension from her partner. So the,
yes,
so this is a team that's locked up. We could really like they could push, Law going forward because, uh, and a face team you could push, even though obviously and we know in that division those titles can be hot potated. That's probably the most hot potated belts in the company.
Yeah,
So
especially
you
with
need
the lack of teams in
some
the
solid
past. But
team.
yeah,
Yeah. So you need, like we always say, for a division of that size, you need 3 to 4 solid teams that you can always be going to. Like you could have locals, the occasional mixed match teams, but you need champions and 3 to 4 challengers that are
mm,
constantly out there in the tag division.
yeah,
So right now you're getting close to that. Like they probably need to form one more solid team
yeah,
that like is a threat out there, and then you're really cooking.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You got the UK team of
Yep. Harley Hudson and Mila Grace.
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's the division's growing. It's
Yes.
growing, and and that was one discussion I saw in the live reaction chat is they're worried about it's like, yeah, they got a lot of names, but they're worried about the star power. And I'm like, look, this brand has always been able to make stars. Look at who's come out of TNA. You know, the names that have gone on to bigger and better things.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it is got to
and
commit the people in teams
right,
because TNA can make stars. They've showed that.
yeah,
It's just, will you give them enough time to develop them,
it
or
right. It
if
it
you
takes
don't
time.
think, if you don't think it's working, you got to be willing to pull the plug and go in another direction.
Yeah,
So these are all things that you need to do, and like once again, they brought in the inspiration. Hey, and they were the tag team out there to go bring in. So
yeah,
now you got to try to create your own because you can't just
yeah.
always keep doing that because there's not many out there. But I'll tell you, with the partnership with NXT and what we've been seeing, like if you're bringing in some of these people, there you go. Yeah, so
I
CM
love
Punk.
the fact that Lil Silver brought up that they made CM Punk. And TNA made CM Punk before no one for anyone else did, right? There you go. Don't forget it. But yeah, yeah. So that was a fun tag match. Um, then we get a promo here from Joe Hendry,
Say
and
his name.
he's talking about EY, but then he gets interrupted by Santino. It's very
Santino.
interesting. He gets interrupted by Santino. Santino acts like this is out of his hands, but that the higher ups, like above Santino, are calling for a rematch between Joe Hendry and EY the next week.
Next week.
Next week. And Joe Hendry's like, he's he didn't say this, but he's like, I thought I was done with this. That's a body language I'm getting.
Yeah.
So and Santino doesn't it didn't like giving him that news. So I was
Uh,
like, wow, what's going? Where is this coming from? Is this? It was yeah, yeah. Is this coming from Carlos Silva? Is this coming from someone else?
it's coming from somebody.
Where's yeah
Coming down from above, J-Bone.
that crazy guy that was sitting next to Carlos Silva at Victory Road? Who was that guy? some crazy board member. All right. But yeah, so we'll see what happens next week. Maybe we're finally going to get this cleansing we've been hearing about so much. It's coming soon. We
Mr.
keep seeing the
Clean, he's
sign.
coming.
It's coming. Somebody's going to end up squeaky clean by the end of this, or something. We get a Road to Bound for Glory Part 2 with Mike Santana. Tremendous promo. I
Very
love
nice.
the way they shot this. They show the
We get the
classic.
legend.
We get the legend, Amazing Red, and they're
Amazing.
showing the classic footage from 20 plus years ago. You got Amazing Red. You got the SATs, the tag team, which, by the way, we interviewed on this channel. Go
Yes.
look it up.
Right here. Right here.
Right here on TNI. Um, that was even back when Trent was with us. Um,
Ooh.
we had who else did they bring it? He just retired. Who was that? One half of LAX, the original
Homicide.
Homicide. Thank you. Um, talked about people that just that weren't so big, but they became stars because of what they did in the ring. You know, they they fought for that, and man, just it took me a second. I'm like, wow, this. First, you had the narration, which I still say is a sinister minister. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. And then Amazing Red comes in it is kind of like almost like a interrogation, and he's like he's kind of he's talking turkey with him, like, hey, quit doing this for this person, quit doing this for your family, quit doing this for you, got to do it for you. You're the one that has to do this for you.
Good
Stop doing it
advice.
for everyone else. This is, it's almost like, hey, this is your time to be a little more selfish. Who took this title? Go get it back. Get it for yourself. And it's like, damn, he's right.
Sounds like storytelling, J-Bone.
It's storytelling 101. It's because it started to sound like it was the same stuff as before. Like, okay, we've seen this. Do it for the culture. We've seen this. And they got this stuff from the phone call from his dad. Okay, we've seen this. The stuff from not that it's not special. The stuff from his daughter. It's all special and it's all unique and it all has to do with Mike Santana. It's who he is to his core. But Amazing Red is right. He's got to do this for himself. He's got to, it's like, get mad, get it back. Um, and I just, man, it was, well, number one, it was just great to see a veteran from TNA back. Um, and another thing is he was saying that when he was sitting front row, and I didn't realize this. Did we talk about this? That he was sitting front row with Homicide and Bound for Glory? Did we miss this?
About for
Or did we
glory?
talk? Or, I mean, SummerSlam. Damn it.
J-Bone's got all the shares at the tip of his tongue.
No mercy. I know.
WrestlePalooza.
Right? Slam. Jiminy Christmas. Slammiversary. Thank you. And he's like, you know what that was? That was disappointment. And it was like, oh, wow. He pulled out the disappointment. And it's true. He's like,
True.
we didn't get to celebrate. We called it a good match. That's about it. So, yeah, I mean, and I know we've said more than once on here, it'd be very interesting to see Trick Williams, retain this and go into this new era in the new year or whatever happens, in the last portion the last quarter of 2025 into 2026 as champion. But man, after this, I don't know, Bill.
Mm.
This feels like I think it's going to be Mike's time. We'll see, but I don't know. What
Could
what
be.
what what what'd you think about this?
Oh no, I loved it. I think this was very well done. The I think the TNA crew continues to elevate their game with stuff like this. And Santana's been bringing it, man. He's telling his story. Um, and I think that's what we said from the get go. Like everybody wanted that. You're in your hometown, you got to win. But then the story's over. I got to repeat it again. That
Yeah,
was not the right call. The right call was to wait, give him more
yeah,
adversity, build it
yeah,
up, make it mean more. Um,
and make
and
make sure Santana feels bigger, and even in front of an
yes,
NXT audience now, Mike Santana gets a huge pop, so
yeah,
he's there now.
yeah. So could he win a Bound for Glory? Of course.
Yeah,
The odds would be more in favor of him winning than not winning.
yeah,
However, the storyline, I don't know. The storyline, like, and once again, I'll say it again. When Trick loses that belt, Trick's not around no more.
yeah.
That's a big loss. Like,
That's I
I'll
mean
be
that's
greedy. I think I want J Bone, as I'm reading David Penzer, to realize that we, like, it will be a loss to not have Trick be part of the show anymore. But at some
yeah.
point, we will lose Trick, and Santana will win it. Will it? Will it be here? More likely than not, yes. But I'd love to say a reason, see a reason where he sticks around. But I just don't see it if we get a title change. So, but if I had my prediction there, it will be that he does. He does wind up taking that belt.
Who changed that? No, you can change it back. Um, so yeah, it's did he lose a bet?
Always lose the bets with J Bone here.
No, usually it's me losing bets with the misses.
But actually, that we have David Penzer in the chat. What did I want to ask him during the show last week to get his opinion on? I'm trying to remember. There was something on this show, on last
Oh,
week's show, or was it NXT related? But it was something I'm like, oh, he would have the opinion here.
I don't remember.
I forget what it was. Darn it, Tower Nation. But it was like, oh, like that's a guy that would have an opinion on the matter.
Yeah.
I forget if it was like either invasion angle. I'm trying to think. I feel like it would have been hitting on his previous experience in those matters as we were seeing that last week. But I forget which was exactly what I was there. I'm sure it will come to me after the show.
Probably.
But it was good to see the legend in the chat.
Yes. Hope you're doing well, David. But yeah, tremendous promo for Amazing Red preaching to Mike Santana. Next, we got the Hometown Man versus Nic Nemeth. Oh man, Nic Nemeth was just on fire here. I mean, the crowd loves the Hometown Man, and Ryan's just rubbing salt in the wound, and he came out wearing the Hometown Man's mask that
What
they
an insult.
when they had unmasked him from the week before. Um, man, Yeah, hometown man's not doing so hot here. I mean, he beat Ryan, but no one remembers the win. You remember that he got unmasked and he got beat down.
Yeah, yeah. We the ultimate insult.
It
To
is.
remove the mask.
Yes. For
But
luchadors. Yeah.
but there was definitely some shenanigans with Ryan here.
Oh yeah.
That helped him get this win. So the hometown man, he's got to get his revenge
Yeah.
on those dastardly Nemeth brothers.
Yeah. So we get an appearance from Matt Cardona, but it doesn't help. The beatdown continues.
They take out Cardona with, I dare say, rather easily.
Yeah.
Like he pretty much comes in and goes right down.
Yeah. It
Not a
wasn't
house
pretty.
fire.
Not their best moment in TNA by far. We'll see what happens to the future of Matt Cardona and the hometown man. Maybe he'll have a better advantage in another town. I don't know. Now this is getting. We got what was building up to what we talked about in the news earlier. The new Bound for Glory match. We get this promo from Gia Miller after she was attacked post Victory Road, or Victory Road or the TNA episode, whatever it was. She was attacked and aimed at Tessa Blanchard. This Gia Miller that's starting to come out. I'm digging it. She's got some spunk. She got that fire. she's got something burning inside of her, and she's gonna let it rip. And I've never seen her wrestle before. I know she has done some wrestling.
I have seen her wrestle before.
Okay.
But no, I think it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. If it's a one-off, or if this is leading into more of Gia possibly in an in-ring role. Or if this is more just a kind of advance of Tessa's storyline. We'll see.
Yeah.
Because obviously, with her resume, she should win this match.
Yeah. And nothing against Gia. We love Gia. But she's also going to go into this with an advantage of she's going to have her mentor with her too, probably.
The mentor.
Yeah.
Can't. Who knows? Maybe the mentor will mentor Gia.
Oof. Who knows? Next. Now this was something special. Tasha Steelz versus Alisha Edwards.
It's been a while. Great to see Lish back in the ring.
It is. And I'm like, she's been so prominent, such a prominent part of the system, but it hasn't been in an in-ring role. It's been being a valet, a manager, whatever role you want to call it, helping out ringside, and getting involved physically at several times, which I think surprised all of us over the course of the last few years, being part of the system. And, but yeah, so it was great to see her, and she was flanked by her team, and Tasha Steelz had her order 4 at ringside too. Now this is the part that I found interesting. The fact that Tasha Steelz with order 4 and order 4 at ringside, and I don't remember who specifically did this, but the fact that they were interfering with Lish as she's, doing her in-ring work against Tasha Steelz. And I was like, I'm watching this and I'm doing a live reaction, and I'm like, really? I'm like, your teammate Tasha Steelz is going into this with an advantage, and you're still messing with Lish? There's something wrong here. I
Well,
was like, why are
that's
you?
before.
That's. I mean, it's like, do you?
Like, they'll still look for an advantage. Like, even when they have one, they'll try to increase that advantage.
Right. And I said this out loud during the live reaction. I'm like, do you not trust Tasha Steelz to beat Lish?
I don't think it's a matter of trust. I think it's more they want to try to secure as many variables as they can
Yeah.
to succeed. And no matter what that takes, they're willing to do it. If we come on,
Yeah.
we saw Tasha do it as the mastermind. We saw what Ali would stoop to. We thought
Yeah.
Haas for a while was above this, but then
Yeah.
he fell in line with Skyler and his antics. So, and then Agent Zero, he'll do anything. He'll attack anybody.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they've all shown their colors during this feud.
Yeah. So yeah, just it was interesting, and the fact that it all backfired and Lish got a win over Tasha Steele, that's a big
Great to
win
see. Big win.
because Order 4 has been on fire lately. They've been very
Oh yeah,
consistent.
they don't lose matches. They don't lose matches, and they lost one
Yeah.
here. Yeah, because it feels like really. What was the last time we saw Lish win a match? Does it go back when she had half of the tag titles? Is that how long it's been since Lish has been on the winning end of things? It's been a while.
It's hard to believe that it's been a year. Yeah. It's wild. And that was with Masha, right?
Yeah,
I can't believe
that's
it
where
was that
Masha
long
was
ago.
doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And that was before Masha learned English.
It was.
She's come a long way. Anyways, but yeah, great win for Alisha Edwards. Yeah.
Do you want to know something? Lish won.
Right. Um, now we get the counterpoint to Gia Miller. We get the promo from Tessa, and this was very interesting. Bill, she tells a story how she was being trained by George South,
Mm-hmm.
and that things weren't going her way or something to that effect, and then she left and started getting trained by Mike Jackson, who we've seen
Mike Jackson.
Action Mike, yeah,
Swinger.
who we've seen periodically on TNA
Mm-hmm.
television, and and was making fun of her for it, and then saying that she couldn't cut it as a wrestler, and that she became a second or third rate backstage interviewer, and I was like, wow, I knew there was some kind of like background story to Gia Miller, and I'd never really done a deep dive as
Mm-hmm.
far as like where she got started, and I don't think we even talked to her too much about that when we interviewed her a few years ago. But this was all very interesting, and I'm wondering how much of this is actually, there's got to be some truth to some of this.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh no. The how she was trained and all that. That's true. But yeah, like I think I think Gia would even say, like, I think she at one point, like, she definitely was wrestling more than, obviously, just like everything else. Like, she was able to get into a position with TNA in that role, wasn't a wrestling role. So she embraced that, while still doing some wrestling time to time. But still, like, not that focus now, but maybe something's changed. Who knows?
Yeah. So yeah, how much is true, how much is embellished for the feud, I'm not sure. I'm not going to assume anything at this point. but it was very It was an interesting story told by Tessa
Oh
on
yeah,
her side of things. Obviously trying to make herself look better than Gia. Like, oh, I was helping her, I was training her, and this is what she did, and blah 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 blah, and whatever. um, and of course, she's got Victoria Crawford with her in the corner. So, like I said, going into this, she does have an advantage. We'll see what happens at Bound for Glory. But Tessa is absolutely in Gia's head. We know that much.
seems like it.
Main event time. TNA Knockouts tag titles on the line. The Elegance brand, M and Heather by Elegance
Mhm.
versus the Inspiration. And I was really looking forward to this. This did not happen on last week's, or I should say, at Victory Road as expected because of all the stuff surrounding Ash, and so it was delayed. But we still got this match now. What'd you think, Bill?
Oh no, I thought it was a good match. You kind of saw it coming, but you never know when you get these knockouts tag matches because like the titles do move around, but every time you think they're obviously gonna change, they don't. And this felt like it was probably going to be a title change, especially after what happened at Victory Road. And it felt like, all right, they're gonna switch it up here. But you never know until you see it. But then once the Iceman and Heather were enjoying the bubbly a little too much, it felt like that was going to be their undoing, and in the end, it was.
Yeah.
Could the Elegance brand have pulled this off against the Inspiration? Maybe. It felt like they could have. However, once the bubbly got involved, it felt like they were asking for it to backfire, and that's exactly what happened. Uh,
Yeah.
Heather obviously connects not with a member of the Inspiration, and ends up hitting her partner, and that causes the finish. And obviously, the Inspiration are new, and once again,
And
Knockouts Tag Team Champions, and we'll be
2 time.
bringing straps to NXT on Tuesday.
Yeah, that's going to be big. Yeah. It's definitely going to seem like Team NXT is, you know, a little more even then as far as like people carrying gold to each team,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
end of
yeah.
things. Yeah.
Only one member doesn't have a belt, and like
And I think that's just a matter of time.
and that's just a matter of time, as we said, like that. And it's somebody that was just on that brand months ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Now,
So
Mayor says that Kalani spoiled it. I
yeah,
didn't
like
catch that.
in a way, when she did introduce the team and
Okay.
said the team that will be bringing the knockouts tag titles. When she introduced the Inspiration as members of the team, she introduced them
Oh,
as they'll be bringing. Now you could say it's because she was saying they're going to win them this Thursday
as in a prediction.
as in a prediction, but you could also
Oh,
say
yeah.
she didn't even realize, like she may not have realized, oh, that show wasn't live. I thought everybody knew they won already. So once, like I wouldn't
Yeah.
necessarily not believe that. So I could say like I said, I like because when that was said on Tuesday, I kind of like I kind of gave it the probably shouldn't have said it that way.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to make a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
It was very minor.
That completely went over my head, but it was fun. It was interesting watching Kelani get chosen as, Jordan Grace had the big issue with it, and it was interesting watching Kelani Jordan getting chosen as the women's team captain.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Talk to Santino if you got a problem.
Yeah. So, but yeah, this was a fun match. Congratulations to Inspiration, your and new 2-time Knockouts tag team title holders. So
kudos to them.
Very good, very good. Very happy about that. And I couldn't just because I missed what Kelani said. I had no clue, going into this, and I didn't look at spoilers. Sometimes I do, but in this case, I didn't. So, but yeah, great episode. Next week is going to be very interesting. It's going to be a big one going into a showdown.
Wrestle Week.
Yeah. And then following showdown is going to be on next, the following Sunday is Bound for Glory then, right? Or is it I think so.
Yes.
Yeah. So next week is huge.
Yeah, it'll be Tuesday will be Showdown. Thursday will be the go home show for Bound for Glory. And then Sunday's Bound for Glory.
Yeah. So there would be it's a lot of times there's Thursday and then Friday's a special show, but no, there's a break in between. So they got plenty of time in between shows.
Yeah, like we're less than 10 days in a 10-day period. This is all going to transpire.
Yeah.
So you're looking at just over a week. We're going to have the NXT versus TNA show. We're going to have a TNA last show before the biggest show of the year, and then the biggest show of the year, Bound for Glory.
Yeah. And then, like Little Silver says, post TNA Bound for Glory, TNA goes dark. It's a horrible way to put it, but it's true. We don't know what's going to happen. There's no...
There will be content.
Yeah.
You'll have to wait to see what it is.
We'll have to wait
That's
and see.
it. That's the show, J-Bone.
So, yeah, all getting ramped up for next week. And then, of course, Tuesday, if there's any updates to Bound for Glory between now and then, we'll talk about it. But we'll probably be doing some NXT content, talking about the showdown following NXT. So look forward to that. And then, of course, our usual show on Thursday. And we'll break down everything. By then, we should have a good idea of what's happening at Bound for Glory. Like I said, some of it's going to happen last minute. Some of it's going to happen because of stuff that happens at the showdown, I'm guessing. It's going to be a kerfuffle.
There you go.
But it's going to be a beautiful kerfuffle. But yeah, can't wait for it. We'll see you next Tuesday. And on your way out of here, you folks know what to do. Number one, thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of our content hits your screen. Say goodnight, Bill.
Good night, everybody.